Hmm? Okay, wow. Saan nyo natutunan yan? Galing naman ng teacher na nagturo sa inyo. Sino yan? Okay, so this bass clef or F clef, it was being used usually, okay, by our left hand. And then, the G clef, it was being played by our right hand. That's correct. Okay, next one, how about this 5 lines and 4 spaces? What do you call that? What is that particular thing that you can see? Is that a line, a parallel lines? Okay, thank you. So this one is none other than, okay, we call it as the staff, no? Okay, so this is the staff where you can see our F clef and G clef. Okay, so we are putting these symbols in the staff. Aside from the G clef and F clef, what can you observe in the staff, or what other symbols you can see that was put or included in the staff? What other symbols you can observe? Okay, the whole note. Yes, the musical notes, no? Whole note, quarter note, eighth note, 16th note, 32nd note, all of those kinds of notes. Yes, very good one, Andre. The time signature, of course, it is present there. Aside from the musical notes, we have as well the music rest. Okay, thank you so much. Okay, so those are some of the things, okay, that are put, okay, or included in the staff. Aside from that, we are also putting there the accidentals, no? If you are familiar with accidentals, that is also included in the staff, no? Okay, so next, okay, may you please read the written quarter notes in the staff. Can you please read the sol, fa, syllable, okay, of this quarter notes? Kapag sinabi natin sol, fa, syllable, what is that? Can you please read the sol, fa, syllable of these notes? This is just a recap, ha? What are the sol, fa, syllables of these notes? Okay, we have here, okay, the answer of Cyril, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti. Okay, let's count. How many notes you put there, Cyril? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's 8. Okay, and Kate Angel added the lacking one. Okay, la, ti, and do. Okay, so it's still the same, no? Okay, so you really understand or knew that it's just so, no? Okay, but to tell you students, it's not so. Okay, that is do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, and do. Okay, not so. Maybe because you are thinking sol, la. Because it's from so you will proceed to la, so that's why you are calling so and la. But students, it's do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Okay, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Okay, so that is sol po. Okay, that is correct. Okay, the answer in the chat box are all correct. Okay, so they are the do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, and do. And here, the only difference is that I put the whole note, instead of the quarter note. If that is whole note, how many bits does it receive? How many bits does a whole note receive? 4. Very good. Okay, how about half note? 2. Okay, very good. Quarter note? Okay, thank you so much. So you are really familiar, no? Okay, with the different notes, and it's good. Okay, so today, okay, we have here Leia Salonga and Moira De La Torre as one of the famous, no, popular singers in a different genre of music, no? When we talk about Leia Salonga, the sound of his music, it's a very, very uplifting, no? It seems like, let me just admit, Ralph Rodrigora. Okay, we are feeling the Disney vibe, no? While Moira, okay, more on expressing her feelings through the lyrics of her song, and especially relating or telling a story, conveying a story through her music. Okay, so here our topic for this morning is none other than the impressionism from the term impression. Okay, so when we talk about impressionism, my dear students, what comes into your mind? Impressionism. What does impressionism comes into your mind when you are thinking about that? For example, it's your first time seeing Nathaniel. Okay, so what is your impression about Nathaniel? Something like that. When we talk about impressionism, what comes into your mind? Into your mind, ha? Coming into your mind, not from the Google. No, Carl. Kailangan ko lang naman ng pag-agree mo, Carl. Hindi ko naman sinabi nag-google ka dyan. Kailangan ko lang ng agree mo. Okay? So, how about, okay, let me call. Yes, Abigail. It seems like you are full of energy today and you want to answer all the questions.
Ah,
At the
Kat, ako,
ay, hindi ba? Kapit-bahay niyo.
tawagin ko
Again.
impressionism in music for me maybe the way na ano,
Kaya mo yan. Kaya
wait
mo
lang
yan.
siya. From the word itself na impressionism, to impress through music po.
Okay, to impress the music. Okay, thank you so much. How about you, Mackenzie? Seems like you have all the knowledge in your mind running already. Oh, share it to us, Mackenzie. Hmm? Okay, what do you think? Okay, I was talking to my brother. Okay, what do you think is the definition from your own about impressionism? What comes into your mind when you hear that? Hmm?
Hello, Chur. Can you hear me?
Yes po.
Um, for me, on the chat, impressa, wait lang po.
Kaya mo yan.
Okay, okay po. Impressionism is, for me, it's parang not really copying someone's work, but taking inspiration from that work. But it's not really as, like stealing or something, but it's just like, that's where you get your reference. That's what impressionism is for me.
Okay, thank you so much, Mackenzie. Okay, please give them, Abigail and Mackenzie, a round of applause. Okay, thank you so much. Now, okay, when we are talking about impressionism, no, once you saw something, of course, okay, if it attracts you, you are impressed. That is one definition of it. Aside from that, when you saw someone, though, for example, you like her or you hate her, whatever the feelings you have for that particular person, okay, once you saw him or her, then there are some things or some words coming into your mind telling you about that particular person, correct? That is another definition of impressionism, okay? So here, okay, when we are talking about impressionism, the music of impressionism, it is the overlapping year from the romantic to this new period. When we talk about impressionism kasi, my dear students, this is not just about a year or something. We are pertaining to a certain period. Just like what we have discussed last year when you are in grade 9, the different periods that we have, impressionism is part of it. Okay, that's what we call impressionism period. Okay, so you still remember the different periods? May you please tell me what period is this one that I am pertaining to, that we call, or the other term for that is dark ages, or it is the age of reawakening discovery. Can you still remember what period is that? That is where it begins, okay? It began. All of the music that we have nowadays, what period is that? Okay, thank you so much. Okay, we have the answer in the chat box. We have medieval, okay, Renaissance. Okay, so when we talk about the Dark Ages, it is none other than the medieval period. Okay, the reawakening of discovery, wherein in the midst of war and disturbances, they still have different discoveries, not only in music but also in the other field, okay, in life. Okay, so here we have the Impressionism now. Okay, so when we talk about that, it started from 1870 to 1920, wherein as the 19th century came to an end, okay, the new artists introduced new period that we call as Impressionism. So it was the style of music and painting that avoids definite forms or obvious statements. Okay, in English, if we are transferring this one in the subject English, you are not going to tell the facts. Because once you tell the facts about it, then you are already expressing, okay? You are expressing what you have know about this, or you are telling the truth about this. That's why they are avoiding definite forms in music. Instead, they are highlighting the suggestion and the atmosphere that they have before you get to know that particular subject. Okay, so that is impressionism. Okay, not only in music but also in the world of arts. Okay, they are not giving definite forms, or they are. That's why we have an abstract drawing. We have there some paintings that once you look into it, all of you, for example, how many are you? 30. 46, no? Okay, so for example, there is a particular painting that was in the wall, and all of you, 46 of you, will be looking in that. Okay, and of course, what will happen? All of you have different ideas about that particular picture. Maybe Aldea Manicon will be thinking that it's a river. Okay, it's a love story of the ducks in the river, okay? Or Chanel Kate Sibunga will be thinking it is a tragic story between two people na isinumpa. Yan, okay? So, doon na lumalabas yung different ideas because there are different meanings behind that you can look into that certain painting. Unlike with once you saw a woman that is playing an instrument, then all of you will be thinking she is playing the instrument because she is in love or maybe she is sad, she is heartbroken. Lahat ng idea doon lang iikot. Okay, if that is the expression. Why? Because you are expressing a particular or a certain idea or subject. That's why Moira de la Torre is part of more on expressionism. Okay? The idea is that relating the true story or relating an idea to all of you na hindi na kayo maliligaw pa. Because others, they might be thinking that this particular singer is singing that song. Maybe it is for something like this, something like that. For others, it can be tragic. For others, it can be horror. But for others, it serves as a happy song. Okay, that is for Impressionism. They are avoiding definite forms, obvious statements, no? Instead, highlighting the atmosphere that can be perceived by the audience. Is it clear? Medyo mabilis ba? Clear. Okay, thank you so much. Okay, so that is Impressionism. In your book, to those who have books, you may open page 4. Okay, so in music, no, Impressionist composers works express reactions to the experience rather than the reality itself. No, okay, to keep the work or the music calm or having its calm perspective, they are keeping the reality out of the picture. Okay, so in the previous movement, which is the Romantic period, these people from the Impressionism, they were motivated from the last period that they've had to create different styles, different characteristics that will serve as a new world for music. Of course, because if you are a musician, and then it's the end of the period already. You know what, my dear students, I'm also thinking kung paano nga ba naglalast yung isang period. Even me, I also don't know. And there comes an idea na maybe, okay, this is just my opinion, maybe once this particular or famous composers during this period, this current period died, okay, or biglang nawala, okay, nawala sa industriya ng music, that may serve as the fall of that particular period kung saan nag-e-end na siya. Yun yung mindset ko, yung thinking ko, no? Okay, so because if you will be a current musician and then you will just copy the music, the styles, the characteristics of the last period, then you cannot call it as a new period because you are just imitating, copying the past or the former period that you've had. No? So that's the reason why we have Impressionism, because there are changes, there are developments, there are improvements, enhancement that was given for this particular period. Okay? And here, the Impressionist composer were motivated from the Romantic period, different or new characteristics of music, new styles, new modes, no? Okay, and that's the reason why Impressionism was born. Okay, so from symphony orchestra accompanying the different romantic operas, here in the Impressionism before, no, nung Romantic period, there is no piano in the orchestra. Okay, it's just a pure, for example, all of the string instruments will be playing with some of the wind. Okay, but here in the Impressionism, they include, okay, the piano. They insert the piano, okay, for them to create new texture, new sound, new development. Okay. So that's the Impressionism. Okay, so here it describes many new styles in composition, wherein the Impressionist composers found a new world that is rich in rhythms, scales, and colors that showed contrasting styles with Western traditional forms. Okay, so here is some of the style. We have the whole tone scale. May you please read, Jake?
Musical styles of Impressionism. A whole tone scale. A pattern constructed entirely of whole tone intervals. This is not formed from the black or white keys of the piano keys alone, but by combination of both.
Okay, thank you so much. So this is not formed from the black or white keys. No, my question is, how many colors do we have in a piano? Can you imagine? How many colors po? Colors only. How many colors? Okay, we have two. Okay, we have two. Okay, so when it comes to the keys naman po, it varied. Lots of keys. Okay, there are 32, 46, 88 keys, no, 106, mas mahaba, okay, mas maraming keys. Okay, pag sinabi po natin keys, my dear students, hindi po yun halikha. Okay? Ang keys po natin ay ito. For example, yung white keys na yan, ang tawag po sa mga white na yan at sa mga black na yan ay keys. Okay? K-E-Y-S. Okay? Some instruments, they have 46, they have 88, no? Okay? My dream piano is really to have 88 keys. Mahaba. Siguro mga isang dip ako. Ganon. Okay? Para pag naglaro ka, napakaraming sounds, no, na maririnig mo. If you will be thinking, there are some students who are thinking that, teacher, it's so hard to play the piano because there are lots of pindutan. Okay? Ganon yung sinasabi nila sa akin before. Ang hirap naman pag-aralan yan because maraming pipindutin. Hindi ko alam kung alin-alin ang mga pipindutin. But to tell you honestly, my dear students, pito lang po talaga yan. Okay? In the white keys, pito lang po talaga yan. And then in the black keys, 5 lang talaga yan. Okay? Once you know this particular notes, particular letter names, no, you can play already. Once you understand it deeply. Now, if you will be looking at it, okay, we have there the different letters. Teacher, paano nalalaman yung mga letters na yan? These letters corresponds solfa syllable notes, no? When we say solfa syllable, then they are the do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Now, if we will be transferring the do, re, mi, and we will call it letter names, then we will have C, D, E, F, G, A, and B. Okay? So, if you will look into it, can you see the cursor that I am moving? Okay. Kapag nakakita po kayo in Tagalog, nagtagalog muna ako pagkatapos sinabi ko in Tagalog, no? Okay, tapos biglang mag-i-English ako maya-maya. Okay, so, if you saw 2 black keys, okay, yung nasa left side ng black key na yon, that is C. Always. Look ha. Oh, 2 black keys C. In the middle, 2 black keys C. 2 black keys C. Lagi pong ganon. Okay? So, yan po yung palatandaan. Kapag nakakita ka naman ng 3, okay, 3 black keys, yung kanyang nasa left na white key is always F. Okay? Look at this. F, then F, and then F. Okay? So that's how you will learn how to differentiate the different notes in the piano. Sure, bakit po laging C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C? Okay? The difference is just the sound that it can produce. This one, it's a little bit lower. I'm so sorry because I am at school already. I'm reporting to school. That's why I don't have instruments. But maybe next time, I will request. No? And it's so hard to bring my own instruments here at the school. And I am located in the 3rd floor. Masyadong mabigat. Okay? And I am commuting as well. That's why it's so hard. So if you will be looking, this one, mostly yung mga palette side na ginagamitan natin, di ba? Using the bass clef, usually, okay, they have lower sound, lower pitch. Okay? Bong, bong, bong. Mga ganyan ang mga sounds niyan. While, okay, in the middle, we call it as the middle C. Ayan. Middle D, middle E, middle F. Hanapin nyo lang yung middle mismo. Makikita nyo doon yung middle octave. Okay? And then, this one naman po, we call it, yung papunta na ng right pataas, okay, we call it as higher octave, highest octave, okay? Or third octave, fourth octave. We are calling it like based from the octave that it is already. Okay? First octave, second octave, third octave, fourth octave. Okay? Pag sinabi po natin octave, my dear students, they are the numbers, okay, in the inside, okay, the keys of the piano. Here, when we say octave, how many is that? What is the meaning of octave? It means what? What's the meaning of octave? Okay, it means 8. Now let's count. Okay, so we have C, D, E, F, G, A, B. Pito na po yan ha, pito. And then going back, C. So meaning to say, when I ask you, what is the octave of the lower C? And then sasabihin mo lang, the middles. Ganyan lang, okay? So what is the octave of C? The answer will be C. What is the octave of E? E to E. Ganun lang ang bilang. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Even mapunta ka pa po sa G. Okay? G to G. Bilangin natin. G, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay? So that's how you count the octave. Now, let's move on to the whole tone scale daw. It's the combination of white and black scales, okay? Or white and black keys, rather. Okay, so here, students, ito pong mga black na to, it represents what? It represents what? Do you have any idea? The black keys, okay, let me just tell you. Medyo mahirap to ha, okay? Mag-ingat, okay? The black keys, it is referring to the accidentals. Accidentals, okay? We have two basic accidentals. Can you please tell me? Two basic accidentals. We have sharps and flats. Very good. Okay, if a singer doesn't reach, okay, the accurate tone of the song, then what will you tell her? Sharp or flat? If the singer or performer didn't reach the particular tune of the song, you will call her, okay, very good, flat. Okay, meaning to say po, okay, here, ang accidentals po ng flat is bumaba ka sa mismong tono. Okay? So, kung ang pinapaabot po sa iyo ay D, okay, pero ito lang po ang naabot mo, okay, so meaning to say, nag-flat ka. Okay? If ang singer natin po, for example, ay si Jody, Jody sing, Malaya. So, meaning to say, si Jody ay ano? Si Jody ay flat. Okay, because she didn't reach, hoy, no. Please wait, bakit tumatawa ha? Meaning to say po, flat po sa pagkanta. Hindi yung kung ano iniisip ninyo, Carl. Mayos. Okay, lakas na ano ha? Okay, so meaning to say, nag-flat. What if si Carl naman ay kumanta? And then, ang dapat na aabutin niya lang is, okay, is G, and then bigla siyang napunta dito. Si Carl ay nag-sharp. Okay? So, hindi po ninyo pwedeng sabihin na ang isang singer na kumanta na hindi naabot ang tono ay sasabihan nyo ng, uy, nag-sharp ka, mali. Okay? If hindi niya na-reach yung tono, uy, nag-flat ka. Okay? Uy, flat ka. Okay? If mas mataas naman po yung kinanta niya from the given tune, uy, sharp yun. Nag-sharp ka. Sharp ka doon. Okay? So, that is how you will pertain. Okay? Or refer to a particular singer who's singing it without thinking of the tune. Okay? So now, if you will be, okay, from C, then going up here, meaning to say you jump half step. Again, if you are in C, then you reach here, you jump half step. So tumaas ka half step. Okay, you ascend half step. Now, what will be the perfect note that you will call to the person, okay, who reached here? What note is that? See? Yes po, Nathaniel. So, flat po, low tone. Opo. Pag bumaba po siya sa mismong tono. Okay, so if you are in C and then you jump half step, then you will call it as C. C what? Yes, Micaela. C. C what? What is that? Di ba sabi niyo pag tumaas, sharp, pag bumaba, flat. So, if you are in C, and then you ascend half step, then you will be what? Francis.
C sharp po.
C sharp. Very good. Okay, now tell me, what is the symbol for C sharp? What is the symbol for sharp, rather? Sharp. Okay, very good, Carl. Wow. The best. Okay, how about if it is flat? What symbol? For flats. Oh, Mayos. For flats? Are you sure? Just see. Pag flats naman po, what is the symbol for flat? Okay, very good. Okay, if it is flat, okay, the symbol that you will use is B. Okay, it's not really B, but a slant, half of heart, something like that, no? Okay, it's a slant B or a half of heart, something like that. I am thinking, no? Okay, so that is how you will define it. Okay, so if you are in here, okay, that is sharp. Okay, from D, you will be lowering it. Then that is D flat. Okay, I hope it is clear. Okay, so now we have here the same sounds. No, if it is sharps and flats, okay, for example, C sharp, it has the similar sound with D flat. Always remember that. Okay, but you will still tell me or inform me what is the perfect, even though they have same sounds, no, you still have to name them correctly. Okay, so if that reach here, okay, and that is from C, you reach here, C sharp. You cannot say D flat, teacher, though it is correct, but the proper way is to call it as C sharp. Why? Because you increases the sound. Okay? And then, masasabi mo lang po na flat kapag bumababa yung sound. Okay? So, I hope it is clear, no? Okay, now let's move on with the whole tone scale. Hindi pa rin tayo nakaka-move on kay whole tone. Okay, if you are just going to jump here, that is half step. Kapag naman po whole step, meaning to say, dalawang talon yung gagawin nyo. You will ascend twice. So, from here, 1, 2. Okay? That means whole step, whole tone. Okay? Yun yung ginawa ng ating impressionist. Okay? The whole tone scale. So, if we are to get the whole tone scale of C, let's jump twice here, ha? Okay? So, let's now move on. What is the notes? Okay? If you will jump whole step, what will be the note after C? Huh? What is the note after C? What is the note after C? Pataas po tayo, okay? So, this one, aakyat ka dito, kalahati. Aakyat ka dito, isang buo. Okay, what is the note after C? D. Very good. Okay, next one. How about from D? Okay, tatalon ka po ulit. Whole tone. What will be the answer? Okay, after D, what is next? E. Very good. Okay, next one. How about from E? What is the whole tone of E? Whole tone of E. Whole tone of E. F. Okay. Diba sabi? Okay. Look into the keyboard. Okay. Meron po ba kayong nakitang black key? May nakikita? Wala. Correct? Okay. So, though, teacher, what's the E sharp? Okay. So, E sharp, okay, you will still call it E sharp kapag tumaas ng kalahati. But the one that you will play is F. Meaning to say, if I ask you, may you please play E sharp, F po yung pipindutin nyo. Correct? Okay, you will just play the F. But then again, if it is just terms and definitions, E sharp. Now, if you will be in E sharp, which you will play F, meaning to say kalahati lang yung inangat nyo. Kailangan natin ng whole tone. So, it will be F sharp. Very good, Angel. Okay, that is F sharp. Very good, Aldea. Okay, so from F sharp, what is the whole tone after F sharp? Magbilang. Umangat po. Sure? Okay, that will be G sharp. Students, look, di ba nga, sabi ko, ang pag-angat ninyo dito ay kala-kalahati. So meaning to say, kung galing ka sa F sharp, bumaba ka sa G, kalahati lang yun. So kailangan mo ulit umangat pa ng kalahati. So that is G sharp. Okay, so from G sharp, angat ulit ng kalahati. Angat ng isang buo. Okay, whole tone. From G sharp, it will be, from G sharp, it will be what? A sharp. Very good. That is A sharp. Okay. Then from A sharp, okay, please jump or ascend whole tone again. It will be what? From A sharp. C. Very good. That is C. Okay. So bakit po C, teacher? Look, wala din pong black key. C, B, and C. Between B and C, wala pong black keys. So, you have B sharp, pero ang inyo pong ipi-play ay C. So, kapag ikaw po ay lumipat, kalahati lang yan. Okay? So, please always remember that. Okay? So, kapag nandito ka lang kay B, kalahati lang talagang inangat mo. So, kailangan mo pang umangat ng isa pa. Okay? Which is C. Okay? Dahil nga wala pong black key sa middle, yun po yun. Okay, so what is the whole tone scale of C? We have C, D, E, F sharp, G sharp, A sharp, C. Okay? Please be reminded. Okay, so that is the whole tone scale. That is how you will get the whole tone scale. Clear? Okay, I hope it is. Next one, ayan, the interval between the lowest and highest note forming a chord, okay, and forming of notes depend on the preferred intervals of the composers are the what we call parallel or gliding chords, okay? So here, we have that. We have the octaves and open fifths. We have pareho lang pala to, fifths and octaves, and then the ninth chord. Now, you already tell me a while ago, what is the octave of C, no? We have C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. Okay, so that is the octave. Now, tell me the octave of G. Sige, go. Tell me the octave of G as fast as you could. What are the notes inside the octave of G? Tell me. G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Very good, John Marlon. Okay, so now let's count. We have G, A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. That is 8. Okay, now please tell me in the scale or in the octave of G, tell me the fifth note. What is the fifth note of G, of the major or scale of G? What is the fifth note? You just have to count. What is the fifth note? We have, okay, very good. We have D. Okay, that's how you will count it. Okay, now, how about the ninth chord in the scale of G? What is the ninth chord? What is the ninth chord? Ninth chord, di ba nga? If it is in the scale of G, what is the ninth chord? Very good. It's A. Okay, because G to G is 8. And then dagdagan mo lang po ng isa. That is the ninth chord. And we are using the ninth chord not only in the piano. That's the reason why in the guitar, no, we have there C major, C minor, 9, okay, C9, okay, C diminished 9, okay. So, ang ibig sabihin po nung 9 na yon, pipindutin nyo po or i-strum ninyo yung ninth chord that is pertaining to to that certain scale or chord. Kapag sinabing nasa F chord ka, tapos bigla daw pipindutin mo daw or i-strum mo daw yung ninth chord daw nitong F. So hanapin mo lang po from F to F, ano yung ninth chord niya? G. Okay? So if you will be strumming it in the guitar, then you have to get the sol fa syllable in the guitar, the do re mi fa sol la ti do in the guitar. Okay? And one thing is for sure, my dear students, once you learn this one, that basic one, you can play any instrument. I'm telling you, isa akong buhay na patotoo doon. Because you know me, when I was in college, masyado akong bida-bida. Okay? We have different subjects. Yes. Pumasok ako ng college that I want to enter or have a major of English, but then full of slots na. So, ang open na lang is math, science, and music. Alam nga namang mag-math ako bobo ako sa math. Alam nga naman mag-science ako, may math din doon. O, mali ko ba sa physics na magsusolve din kayo doon? Mali ko ba sa chemical element na yan? Wala talaga ako alam dyan. And then, so sabi ko, dito lang ako sa music, parang chill-chill lang, gano'n. And then, pagpasok ko doon, aba, ang daming instrument na aaralin na, bobo din ako doon. Kala nyo. You know, isa akong buhay na patotoo na bobo ako talaga. And then, what happened is that practice is the key. Nung nalaman ko itong do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do sa piano, and then meron kami isang subject which is the guitar, okay? Subject din po namin yung piano, kaya marunong ako mag-piano. Doon na lang ako natuto when I was in college. Hindi rin ako marunong kumanta. Off-tune ako. Minsan, nagiging bass ako, nagiging tenor ako bigla. Alam mo yun, parang sa lalaki, tapos napupunta sa akin. Alam mo yun, gaya-gaya. Oo, doon lang din ako natutong kumanta at nag-stick ako sa aking classification ng boses. Doon na lang din ako natutong. So, nung nalaman ko itong piano, which is the do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, nagkaroon kami ng guitar subject. So, kailangan namin daw hanapin yung do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Aral ko si do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do sa gitara. Pagkaalam ko ng do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, tinry ko sa bandurria. Bandurria is one of the string instrument also. Okay, maliit lang yon na maraming strings. Ten. Maganda talaga mag-aral nun. Okay, and then, masyado pa din akong bida-bida. Ginaya ko naman siya sa glockenspiel because we have marching band. Okay, the drum and lyre. Nag-lyre ako noon. No, tugtog. Okay, so mi, fa, sol, mi, re, do, re, mi. Ayan, natutunan ko siya doon. And then, meron naman kami isa pa ulit subject, di ba? Ang bida-bida ko, lahat ng subject talaga, inaanohan ko. No? Nagkaroon kami ng subject which is violin. Okay, so sabi ko, Uy, para maganda dito, inaral ko yung twinkle, twinkle doon. Okay. Tan, 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 tan. Even the basic, okay, basta alam niyo yung solfa syllable, the do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Even the flute, kayang-kaya. I am telling you. That's why you just have to trust. No? Was it hard to remember? Ano? Hindi. Okay? Basta alam mo na siya, okay? Maririnig mo na lang siya or minsan kakanta na lang siya sa isip mo. Oh, siyan. Ganon. Practice is the key. Okay? Practice is the key. Kung napag-practicean nyo nga mag-ML, why not even the instruments? Kayang-kaya nyo yun. Okay? So, that's how you will get the different notes. Okay? So, now let's proceed with the dissonance. So, in the dissonance, ito naman yung creating of the chord. Meaning to say, it's a tension or clash resulting from the combination of two disharmonious or unsuitable element. And sa pagkuha ng chord, my dear students, ito yan. You have the rule 1, 3, and 5. So, kapag inas ko kayo, can you please tell me what are the notes inside the C major chord? Oh, C chord. So, you just have to count 1, 3, and 5. Ano-ano yung nota sa loob ng 1, 3, and 5 ng C. So let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So now tell me, what are the chords? What are the notes rather in the C major? Diba? You just have to count 1, 3, and 5. Tell me, ano-ano yun? What notes? Oh, 9:30 na. Sige na, last na to. Tell me. What are the notes? Oh, you count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Di ba ito yung octave? You count. Ano dyan yung number 1, number 3, number 5? Anong nota yun? Okay, very good. Yes, very good, Sarah. Very good, Madeline, Aldea, and G. And that is correct. C, E, and G. So meaning to say, may isang chord na kayong alam. C major chord. Once you play C, E, and G ng sabay-sabay, that is C major. Okay? Clear? Okay, so next meeting, we will continue the discussion. I hope you understand something and thank you for participating. No, I really appreciate that. Okay, so now let's have our prayer in the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit.